When it comes to strings, there are a wide variety of operations that we can perform on them. We can find its length, we can join two strings together, we can compare two strings for equality, we can copy the contents of one string to another, and so on. In C, there is a library called string.h which contains a huge list of functions that can be used to operate on these strings. Here are some functions available under string library. There is strlen to find the length of the string. There is string copy to copy the contents of one string to another. String compare to check two strings for equality. You can join two strings using the strcat function. You can reverse a string using strrev. Similarly, there are a lot of other functions available, but the ones which are highlighted here are the ones we will be studying as a part of your syllabus. Now let us consider the procedure of finding the length of a string using a simple C program. Here I have a character array called message MSG. I first ask the user to enter the message, and then using a for loop I am going to find the length of the string. The logic used here is my for loop iterates from the starting index until the index of the string where the value is the end of string character. In order to count the total number of characters in the string, I am going to start the count from the first index, that is the 0th index. I iterate over each and every element of the string, and every time I iterate over the next element, I increment the value of count by 1. Initially the value of count is set to 0. After reading the 0th element, I increment the count to 1. After reading the second element, I increment the count to 1. So I go on iterating over the elements of the string until I get an element with the value end of string character, because that is where my string ends and I need not count further. The for loop initialization is I equals to 0. As long as message of I is not equals to null, I have to go on iterating, and during every iteration I increment the value of count by 1. Finally, at index 21, the value of message of I is equals to end of string character. Now the condition becomes false, so we quit the for loop. We stop incrementing the value of count at this point, and after we quit the for loop, we finally print the value of the length of the string as count. You can get the same functionality by a ready-made function available in string library called as the strlen. The string library can be included in our program by including string.h header file. Once I include the string.h header file, all the functions available in the string library is accessible to my program. Now in order to print the length of the string, first I read the message from the user, and then the length of the string can be printed as strlen of message. The format is like this. This is the name of the function strlen, string length, and here you pass the name of the string whose length you want to find out. This function returns a number. So I print length of the string is %d strlen of message. Now when I execute this program, it gives me a warning. It says that string length returns a long unsigned int, but we are trying to access it using %d. So to resolve this error, I'll give %ld, long integer instead of simple plain integer. I give the same message and it prints the length of the message as 21 again. All that logic that we had implemented previously is already written inside this function. So by just calling this function, we are able to get the length of the string. This is a ready-made function in the string library to find the length of the string. Now let us take a look at another function in the string library, stringcat. Stringcat function is used to join two strings together. The syntax is strcat, this is the name of the function. Pass the two strings which you want to join together. String concatenation function strcat is defined in string library, hence we need to include string.h in our program. I read the two strings, string 1 and string 2, using scanf statement, and then I concatenate the value of str1 and str2, string cat str1 str2, and then I print the resultant string. The first string that I have entered is pop, the second string I have entered is con. So finally, after concatenation, when I print the values of str1 and str2, str1 value is popcorn and str2 is corn. When we perform string cat, both the values of str1 and str2 are added, that is pop and corn are added together, and the value is stored in str1. So this becomes the destination where the final value is stored. The value of string 2 remains unchanged. String 1 has the contents pop ending with the end of string character. String 2 has the value corn ending with the. Then after we perform concatenation of two strings using strcat, the value of the second string is appended to the end of the first string. So this whole thing is appended at 3, 4, 5 and 6th position. This is how string cat works. You add the two strings and its result is written to the first string of the strcat function.